All right, welcome to day 5 of the AI Systems Bootcamp. Today I'm going to talk more about lead capture systems, but specifically one important capture system that you don't even need to know end-to-end for. You don't need to do any coding at all. I mean, you don't really have to do any coding for anything that we talk about. But this, you don't have to build any systems inside of end-to-end or anything like that. And this is going to be website and AI chat capture. So now that you understand the anatomy of lead capture systems, let's talk about one of the most powerful ways to generate leads for any business. And this is going to be a modern website hero plus an AI chat widget. Now, the good thing about this is you're going to see a lot of people online talking about, oh, just go to Google Maps and call businesses that don't have a website and build them a website. That's easier said than done. And most businesses that are making enough money have a website, but the issue is that a lot of them have bad websites. So that's where this model comes in, because it could be a modern website hero build or a rebuild for a bad website that is either old or not converting properly, things like that. This combination turns a dead website into a 24/7 lead machine. So here's the problem with most websites. Most small businesses have websites that look decent, but they convert horribly because there's no clear headline, there's no call to action, there's no booking link, there's no urgency, there's really no reason to take action, no chat option, and no automation. A website without a capture layer isn't a website, it's a digital business card. And digital business cards do not make money. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a website hero rebuild along with incorporating an AI chatbot. So a high converting hero, before we get into the chatbot stuff, we're going to talk about what a high converting hero means. And I'm going to show you guys some examples of bad websites that could use improvement. A great hero section has only 3 jobs. It's 1, to explain what the business does, 2, explain who it's for so the customer can click on it and say, oh, that's me, 3, direct the visitor to take action with the call to action. That's it. It's simple, fast, and clear beats a pretty or fancy, animation or design every single time. This one section alone can literally double a business's lead flow. So now I'm going to get into some websites that could really use work. This is, by the way, I'm not like talking bad on these websites, but this one. So this is for Infinite. It's kind of hard to see. It's a little cropped out too, but Infinite Sky landscape design. So the color's extremely boring. This video here is good if this was like a VSL, but this is just for landscaping. So there's absolutely no need for a YouTube video here. Too much text, way too much text. This whole quote is basically an essay. Overall, just not very, like, I don't even know where am I going. How do I contact these people? Oh, now we have a button down here, and then this gets in the way of you clicking the button. So this is an example of a bad website. Coloring is terrible. Topography is terrible. No hate to these guys. If Infinite Sky Landscape Design is watching this, no hate to you guys. But if you want to rebuild, you could let me know, or anybody that's working with me. But yeah, this is an example of a bad one. I'm going to show you guys another example of a bad one. San Diego Landscape and Design. We have their phone number here, which is decent. But again, there's no real call to action. This might be Google Sites. Like, it's just not good. They literally don't have a call to action button on their site. This is the definition of a digital business card. They have a phone number and then just, pictures with slideshow like stuff. Literally no call to action anywhere here. Contact us way down here. This is probably one of the worst ones. And then they have this. This form probably won't get looked at. It will get ignored. Nobody will even, notice it that this is submitted. So now what are we going to do about this? So this is where we come in. We're going to build an AI chat widget, first of all, for them. And a lot of people are going to be like, oh, AI chats don't do anything. That's because most people use them wrong. It's just like, hey, talk to us. No, you need to make it have a specific purpose, right? So a chat widget turns passive visitors into active conversations. It acts as a receptionist, a lead qualifier, a booking agent, a 24/7 support system, and a frictionless entry point. This is where leads that would normally bounce stay, ask questions, and convert. So there's a few different ways that you can set up your chat widget. You can have it just answer basic questions, and this will all depend on the niche that you're targeting. But you can have it give quotes for jobs, loose quotes. You can have it collect our information and put them into your pipeline, like we mentioned in the last video. There's a ton of different things as long as you prompt your agent correctly. So the tool that you can use for this it's called the mchat, as you can see here. It's just mchat.com, I think. But yeah, you can get started for completely free. And I don't know how I forgot to mention this. You're gonna rebuild these hero sections with Framer. So Framer is extremely simple to get started with. You could just look up framer.com, use the template, use whatever, look up some YouTube videos like how to build a website in Framer, whatever. That's not what we're here to talk about. But yeah, so you're going to rebuild with Framer. You could also use Lovable if you are lazy, but I would really suggest using Framer. And then after you have your website rebuilt inside of Framer, you can go to mchat, sign up for free. You get like 50 messages for free, so you could get a client signed for completely free using both of these tools, and then pay for them after with the client's money. I don't know what I'm talking about. You can get paid based off your client that you close, and then pay for your software. Pay for your software with your earnings. But yeah, so you can go to mchat, get an AI chat widget. It will basically give you code, and then you will put that code into Framer, so you have your chat widget there, which can, do all of these things here. So how are they going to work together? The website is going to do the filtering, and the chat does the capturing. Together they form a 2-layer capture engine. Layer 1 is going to be the hero call to action, which is immediate action. And then layer 2, the chat widget, if they're unsure, is going to be conversational capture. So if someone is ready, they click the call to action, which you could work with the business on this, but it could just be their phone number. It could be, a form to get into their pipeline, which you will build out for them. Whatever the call to action is. If someone is unsure or they need pricing, then they can talk to the chat, and the chat will convert them. This covers both types of visitors and massively increases conversions because you're capturing basically everybody that comes across your site. Another thing that you can do is you can set up analytics for their site. So again, we don't want this to be a digital business card. So you can set up analytics for their site. You can check how many people visit the site, how many people bounce, so how quickly, if your systems are actually working. So that can just be some data that you provide to them to confirm that your systems work. All right, now what to capture through chat. In mchat, you can easily capture this. It will detect them and then detect leads and then put them into your leads section. So you're going to want to capture contact info, intent, so what they're interested in, time frame, name, stuff like that. Once you have those 3 inputs, the lead is actionable and ready for follow-up. This is the purpose of conversational capture, so you get qualified leads and not just random questions. So why is this system going to make you extremely valuable? Business owners love when you improve their website and add an automated chat. Well, that's not true. I should not have written this down. They don't love this. You know what they love? Hold on, let's make this clear here. You know what business owners really, really love? All business owners. Money. They love money. They want money. They don't want AI, right? I don't know why I wrote that down. I don't know what I was thinking. They love money. So by implementing your system, you capture more leads and give them more money. It gives them immediate credibility, more conversions, faster lead capture, less manual work, more bookings, and a modern experience. For many businesses, this is their first taste of automation. It instantly positions you as a systems expert and not a website kid or an automation kid or the AI guy, stuff like that. Yeah, business owners love money. If you could take away anything from this whole boot camp, it's that business owners love money. So if you can get them more money in their pockets, they're going to love you and they're going to want to work with you. It really comes down to that. It's that simple. But now you understand the multiple layers of lead capture, the visual layer, which is going to be the website hero in this case, and the conversational layer, which is going to be the AI chat. In the next video, we go deeper. We're going to move into conversion systems where AI follow-up and instant replies turn these leads into actual booked appointments. That's going to conclude part 1 of the bootcamp. Part 2 is going to be released in 2 days, and if you're watching this later, then obviously it's already out. But so far, we have learned the 3 systems that you need to keep in mind, the toolbox and the tools that you're going to need to use. And now we just covered the lead capture system, which is the first out of the 3. So yeah, I hope you guys have been finding this useful so far. I'm just letting you know over in the next part, the next 5 videos, it gets a lot more detailed and a lot better. This was kind of just a bit of the intro, but yeah, definitely come back for part 2 if you're watching this when it first drops, and you'll get a lot more info there, but I really hope that this was useful. Again, let me know, and I'll let you guys know when part 2 drops if it isn't already out when you're seeing this.